Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Doys and welcome back to Material Energy Natural Capital. In the last episode, we were struggling a little bit. We were trying to make some new tools, and we did manage to make an osmium excavator. The problem, though, that we were encountering was, well, we can't really do much in terms of like making different tools. Oops, forget that Tinker's tools do that. If you right click with the Tinker tool, it places whatever's next to it, which is cool and also bad. But yeah, we are kind of, we only have a few things we can actually use for all of our tools for casting those out. So that is something that, it might actually be a bug. It very well could be. That Tinker's tools are bugged with, like, you can't use, for example, I don't think we can make iron tools, which seems a little silly, but at the same time it might not be, since some of these are relatively easy to get alloys, so it might be something like that. So I don't know, but anyways, last time we also made the chemical extractor, which was needed for making in order to make, rather, we needed to make the cyclic assembler, which we did. So we now have this, which will help us make auto crafting a little bit easier, and we can start planning on our, well, basic setup. But before we do that, we need to make some more tools. We're going to need 16 in total osmium, and I realize we're going to need more lava. Right, I should have probably gotten that between episodes. But we're also going to set up a quarry today. Now, we were struggling a little bit last time with that, but we can make this a little bit easier. And what we're actually going to do, what other power sources do we have? We have these windmills from Immersive Engineering and kinetic dynamos. We could set those up, and that would be power. RF meter, I don't know how good that is. A wind turbine from Magnacraft. And we could do something with that. I believe we could do something with those two items. But for now, we're just going to go for the Immersive Engineering one, because I am familiar enough with that. And we do need to get more lava. So there is the volcano over this way. Which we'll try to do something with. But yeah, so we're gonna set up a quarry, and to set up a quarry properly, I kind of looked into it. It's been a long time since I've messed with Buildcraft. Back in the day, back when it was, you know, Minecraft Beta 1.4, Buildcraft was pretty much the only tech mod you had other than, like, what's it called? What is it called? Industrial Craft. There we go. I got there eventually. So yeah, it was one of the few tech mods you had other than Industrial Craft. That is glitchy water. Which wasn't a big deal, but like you were pretty limited in what you could do. Most mod packs had like Industrial Craft, Forestry, Buildcraft, and like Farmcraft, and that was pretty much it. There were some other mods that don't exist anymore, some other mods that exist in different forms, but all in all, like, Buildcraft was kind of where it was at, with anything, really. So I have used the quarry before. I was never one that really liked quarrying, because back then, you didn't need ridiculous amounts of, well, anything to do anything. So, it was a little bit easier, but you know, I probably should grab some other things. How do I want to do this? So yeah, it's one of those things of, while it was easier, it definitely wasn't the most simple thing to set up. So I just never bothered to deal with the quarry. I just went my own way and made do with what I mined. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a fairly small quarry. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so these have to be in line. I think if we right click. So I don't want to go too far for the first quarry, because eventually we'll be quarrying stuff and it will be more of a making sure we have everything we need. So do that, and those should line up, right? No, those are, you're one too low. Yes. And now what we need to do, actually, let's go grab the fourth. We don't necessarily need a fourth. You can get away with 3. I just don't remember. I don't remember how smart these are, these landmarks, which we made last time, by the way. I just don't remember how smart they are to know if they will do what I want them to do. And I want to drop some of the stuff off and grab potentially some other power lines, I should say. Not necessarily better, but just other. So, get you cooking again. We're going to drop this stuff off for now. Grab the other landmark. Same with this guy. And yeah, so we're gonna grab some LV wires. And that should be good. Then I also want to grab the capacitor so that we can have power in multiple ways. Now, one of the first things we're going to want to start working towards once we kind of get some of this stuff set up is we're going to make a fairly large building. In fact, we'll probably make it right in this area. That is going to be our first factory. And I don't know exactly what I want to start making. But we need to start making profits so that we can get other things. But what we're going to want to do, let's go this way. And small quarry, let's go a little bigger than that. So right here, but one block up. Alright, so it makes a nice square, and then we want to tell it to go farther down. So what we can do, if that is the block that we're on, this is really dangerous, and I probably should not do this, because we could die. But we're gonna do it the safe way. So I think right here, and then we'll go over 1. We're gonna dig straight down, more or less. And this could take a little while, especially if we hit any ore. So it is, I'm gonna put a torch where that is. And we're just gonna dig straight down. So that we can put this at the bottom of the world so that it will quarry all the way down. Please be an ore I can break easily. It's a rock hounding mod. Cool. Rock hounding mods, ores break fairly easily, but normal ores do not. Any metals and whatnot. So hopefully we can find some good things. Eventually we are going to have to go out exploring because some ores we can only find in certain biomes. I believe like quartz is only in like desert hot areas, but I could be wrong. Now the problem with being in extreme hills, we're gonna be pretty high up, so we're gonna have to dig pretty far. But on the other hand, we're gonna get a lot of stuff. We're gonna get a lot of stone, which is actually okay. We'll be turning the stone into other things. Chromite. And it'll be fine. So let's just continue digging. I'm gonna put some stuff away for right now. Let's put most of the stuff away. And one other thing that we're gonna probably want to start looking into is how easily we can get something like item transfer. So we're just gonna, I should have blocks in the bar. Always have blocks in the bar when you're doing this. It's not a good idea if you don't. But yeah, so we're almost to the bottom. We could start running into lava. And lava is actually a problem for the quarry. The quarry can deal with water. Has no problem with water. But lava, it can't deal with. So we're going to have to be careful. And an easy way to do that is just flood your quarry. Alright, so if I put this here, hopefully that'll work. I don't know if we actually need this or not. I don't think we do, but we'll see. So we're just gonna dig back. We're just gonna head back up and place the quarry down. It should break all of the landmarks, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, hopefully this works. Hopefully this digs down. If not, I'm gonna have to figure it out. It's been so long, I don't remember how to tell the quarry what to mine. I know the landmarks work. I just don't remember how they work. And there we go. So theoretically, oh, that's why. Okay, that's fine. We can fix that. That's right. This guy has to go over here. It's got to be the one that sees all of them. So we'll just go over here. Let's dig in a little bit. So what's the coordinate? We are at 248.79. Okay, that's easy enough. 248. $248.79. Should be able to place that there. And now if we click on that. Okay, that's all we needed to do. I believe you can get away with it if it's lower, but the one that you click on has to have everything attached. And then the quarry, I think we can put just right here. And it's happy. Let's go pick up our landmarks. These aren't cheap, but they're not expensive either. So, and as you can see, it goes all the way down to bedrock, which is what we want. So, I guess the last thing to do is we are gonna actually pillar back up from here. So we'll need our stuff, and I'm gonna fill that in just for the time being, and hopefully the water made it all the way down. If not, I think we can survive that drop. Let's grab our last landmark. We have all four. And we pillar back up. Alright, so that should work. Now all we need to do is set up the power and get the power running. And put a chest there. And it should output to the chest. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then we can just leave and go work on other things. So like I said, we need to make tools so we can make a factory. And then we just got to decide what we're actually going to start processing. Probably at the beginning we're probably going to process stone plates more than anything else. But we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll see. And then obviously we can get other things. So let's clear out a little bit of room. And we need our satchel. So we're going to grab all of this stuff, or at least some of it, it would seem. So we're going to want an LV capacitor. And we're going to need to set up our 3 windmills. We're going to make these look pretty ugly, but they're going to be kind of temporary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that good? That's good. Alright, that is the side we want. And there is a windmill. And there it goes working. Then we just put a connector on it. And we're going to need our coils. So that goes, I believe blue is input, like so. There we go. We're getting power. So we're just gonna set up a couple more of these guys, and then we should be able to let the guy go. Let the quarry get started and working and all that fun stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm misplacing blocks. You know what? Let's just tower up again. We can make it look a little bit nicer. Eventually we could, if we wanted to make it, if we cared about how nice it looked, we could just put these guys on like nice platforms or something. Alright, there's that. Wire connector. Windmill. Connect that to here. Of course it is. This is when flight would really come in handy. Let's go ahead and eat a little bit of food. And heal up. Alright, I don't think it matters which side the connector is actually on. And you know what? We're gonna do this. Alright. So if we put the connector on a different side, it should work better. Because I don't believe it matters. So if we put it on like here, this should be fine. And he should be transmitting power, I hope. If not, we'll not worry about it. So there's 2. And then we'll just do 1 here. Grab the windmill. And I think this will be fine. Nope, it's obstructed. Of course it is. So basically you can't have the wires cross blocks, so we need to be farther away or a different angle basically. It should be okay though to just pop up here and do the same thing. I don't think it matters. It matters on the side that the windmill goes, but it doesn't matter on the output, I don't believe. Hopefully not. Cool. So this should have a good bit of power. We'll put our chest on top of here and reorganize our inventory. And then we should be able to put a lever on this guy. I don't think that matters. But the important thing is the last ingredient, which is the cables to give this power. And it's going to start... Looks like it's going to start destroying everything above it. And here's hoping that it actually inserts the items into the chest. So we'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's go get some food for one and some other things for two. Let's go get some food as well as some tools. And we'll come back and check on that in just a little bit. So, yeah. Shouldn't be too bad to start getting resources. And then we just got to decide on like how we're going to get stuff otherwise. So, this is going to give us our hammer. We put this stuff in here. We can always set up another if we want. Of the quarries, I should clarify. Do we have any more food? We are more or less out of food. We're going to want these sapphires. The sapphires are going to be useful for a couple of things. Namely making tools. So broad axe. And this stuff, I should clarify, is not really... we need more lava. Of course we do. I should clarify that these tools are not for, like, mining or anything like that. We're going to use the quarry for mining because we kind of need to. Let's get some more food before we go. Grab some lava. But yeah, we kind of need to focus on getting, like, the... Oh, what am I trying to say? We need to get the... we need to use the quarry, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. We can't just do whatever, you know? We have to use the quarry because it will take too long to mine anything otherwise. The quarries are same speed, kind of instant speed regardless, so it's not as bad. Is bread shapeless? No. But we can make barley flour and then turn that into bread a little bit easier, so let's do that. Are any of you guys full of stuff? Yes, you are. Good. Rubber, I guess we should put in here. Alright, cool. So once we get a little bit of bread, we will head out and get some lava, and then check on the quarry. So yeah, but yeah, once we start getting resources coming in, we'll need to start making automation so that we can use those resources to make money, and then we can use the money to buy things and progress in this quest. Modpack, quest books, whatever you want to consider. One of the big things that I will kind of probably do manually is, like, we're going to need a ton of sand. And this is going to go fairly slow. I should clarify that. Unless we want to upgrade the windmills, which I don't believe we can. Improved windmills require steel, as well as tough fabric. They're a little expensive, plus the windmill blades, which requires a lot of treated wood. Not that we couldn't do something like that, but it's going to take some time before we can get to that point. Should also note that the quarry will delete things above it, but part of that is... So yeah, he is struggling. We need to get more and more power. I'm going to be risky and look at something. How bad is a solar panel? I guess it's called a solar generator, but how bad are they? I can't make them. I can make the normal ones. I can't make the advanced ones. And these require osmium. Looks like this. Looks like the normal recipe. Yeah, it looks like the normal recipe, but it's still kind of ucky. Power is going to probably be one of the biggest problems, right? We were coming over here to get lava. The volcano should have plenty of lava. We just have to collect it. But yeah, some of the stuff I will probably do manually, like collecting sand with the osmium excavator and all that fun stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to do that today. Kind of busy. Kind of got things to do in real life, so wasn't able to do too much prep work for this. Apologies. I really like this mod pack, though. It's an interesting one. I like the idea of making it sort of like Factorio or some of those other types of games. Yeah, so this is the column of lava. There is a lot of lava that come out of it. So eventually we will want to get a good source of lava, probably. But for now, it's fine. We should make our hammer and our axe. The axe will help us get trees taken down, as well as the hammer will let us clear out, stone and all that kind of fun stuff. But once we get back, let's go ahead and take a look at the quest book and just see kind of some of the stuff we can do. Now, I know last episode we worked so hard to get the chemical extractor, and unfortunately, it's just not going to be super useful right now. Mostly just because we don't have anything set up to do anything with it. So that's kind of why we're holding off on doing anything more with rock hounding for now. I'm sure we will get back to it at some point. So, in order to make a hammer, we need 2 large plates and a tough rod. That should not be too much of a problem, apart from the fact that I don't have enough sapphires currently. So we might need to get more sapphires. And by might, I mean we will. Luckily, they are, like, everywhere. So let's grab some sapphires. And just kind of make sure there's none extra sitting around. They're also really easy to see, which is nice. So yeah, one thing that we're going to have to do is destroy the land. We're going to need a lot of different things. Stuff like sand and gravel. And a lot of that, I don't know. There's some more over there. I don't know how easy it will be to, just kind of make them. We'll probably be better off mining them. However, if we can ever find like what are they called? The nether. If we can ever go through the nether, find a desert. There we go. That's what I meant. Other hot, dry place. If we can ever find a desert, we can mine those, quarry those, and we'll get a lot of sand and sandstone and that kind of stuff. So we have, what, 4? We need 8. And then for the lumber axe, I believe we're going to need 14 more. So, ow. Let's just head over to our cave system. I believe there's a good number of sapphires there. And I think we can use other things as well. Other gems, but yeah, as you can see, there's like 3 sapphires right there. They're super common. And they're not bad tool making things. So we just need to find enough. And go from there. Yeah, there's a ton of sapphires just everywhere. But we head over to our... I didn't expect running out of sapphires, I'll be honest. I didn't realize I didn't have as many as I thought I might. I know there's a fairly small cave. That's the normal cave we go into. Always mark your caves, because it's usually pretty useful. There's another small cave right here that has at least a little bit of stuff. It's got some decent coal ores. some gravel, which this is why we wanted the excavator. It makes digging out sand and gravel so easy. And I guess technically dirt too. But let's just head back here. There's some lava. You know what? Let's grab that. And any more sapphires back here? Nope. It get dark. Okay, so yeah, I believe the lumber axe is a large plate. There's some osmium. That's nice. But I don't want to go down that way. Let's go back to our normal cave. Yeah, there's some fertilizer stuff in here. And all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, let's go into our good cave. We need 8, 16, 22 sapphires in total, because I believe it is a large plate and both a tough binding and tough rod for the lumber axe. At least I'm hoping it is. If it's not, that's kind of bad, kind of annoying. But sometimes we'll find mossy cobblestone, by the way. It is a side effect of one of the biome adjuster things. That is not a spawner, unfortunately. Can't tell spawners just from that in this mod pack. I feel like there's a better... No. I guess we gotta go deep into the cave. For these sapphires, it's unfortunate, but if I had more time, I would go grab those off camera. But I don't, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's always a bummer when you don't have as much time as you'd like to put into something. But I need to get this video out today, by my standards, I want to get this video out today. And I was planning on recording more today, but I just don't have the time. Alexandrite. Can we use this for anything? We can get some gems. Later. And that we could... Wow, there's a lot of things we can do with that. Okay. I always find the background noises, really weird. Alright. There is a lot of Alexandrite in this area. But hey, this is what we're looking for. Sapphires, and there's a lot. So that is enough for the... for one more large plate. We just need a little bit more. Some osmium. I should mine a lot of this stuff, but I also don't want to. We've done enough mining episodes. We need to start using the quarry more than anything else, as I fall fairly far down. Chromite. There's a lot of that as well. There's so much tin here, so once we need tin, we do know where to find it. That's kind of the nice thing. There's a ton of clay. I love this mod pack just because there's so many resources. It's just a matter of, finding what you need and going from there. So this should be... so there's 2 large plates. So we just need 5 more sapphires. And let's go out back into the middle, the main cave area. There's some right underneath our stairs. And Gotta be somewhat careful in this area. Lead. Lead is nice. Tetrahedrite. I love anything. I love mods that add more ores and stuff like that. More stuff to find is always more fun. You know, it's just kind of... Minecraft is so much about exploration and just kind of digging in what's going to be behind the next block. And, you know, anything that adds to that, really, it's an easy way to make a good mod. You want to make something useful with it, whether it's new tools or machines and all that kind of fun stuff or whatever. But at the same time, like, just having new stuff in caves. There's so many mods that look at expanding caves to be more... Okay, let's go back out to the mountains. I saw enough that if we can get to them, we should be able to finish this up and then end the episode off. But yeah, it's just one of those things of like, the more stuff you can find in a cave or just walking around exploring, it's so much more fun. I mean, hell, there's mods that are just, you know, let's go ahead and here's another sapphire. Let's go ahead and just make the... I mean, there's a mod pack, and this is a full mod pack with a map and everything. That all it is Lord of the Rings, which is really kind of nice, really kind of neat. Hey, this is the one cave, isn't it? Because, you know, all you have to do is just walk around and explore. And that's literally all the mod pack is a gigantic map that you walk to Mordor. If you're familiar with Lord of the Rings. And, which at this point, I doubt there's too many people that at least haven't heard of Lord of the Rings. It's pretty prolific. But yeah, it's one of those things of like, you can just walk and have a fun time in Minecraft. That's not for everybody, obviously, but I mean, there's games that are just walking simulators, which are also not for everybody. Some people just don't like that kind of stuff. I like the adventuring type stuff, and that's so much fun. So I love anything that adds more ores, even if it's just like Terraformacraft is a really good example of all that. You know, Terraformacraft makes the game 100 times harder, but if you can get past the difficulty level, it's so much fun just to explore, and it forces you to go far and wide to explore. I think this mod pack is actually inspired at least somewhat by Terraformacraft, with like the ore generation and all that kind of stuff. So that's always fun. Anyways, now that we're back here, we should have 8. Let's get our lumber axe. We're gonna need 1 more of those to make the hammer. And there is our osmium hammer. Now this isn't a very good hammer. It's only iron level, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. And I was right. So we should have everything we need. Make 1 of those. Make 1 of those. And make 1 of those. Cool. So we can still make a little bit more. We could make another. We could make a pick, for example. However, osmium is not very good. So we're going to want to wait until we can get something that's a better material. But there is the lumber axe as well. So now we should be able to cut things down fairly easily and clear out this forest that I planted in expectation that there would be a lot of time between getting the materials, getting the trees to grow. So unfortunately that is broken in this mod pack, which is, it's unfortunate, but yeah, let's clean up our inventory a little bit. And I'm going to probably do a little bit of work planning out the factory and kind of deciding what we were going to do. We were going to look at the quest book today, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. So one of the big things is capitalism. So we can sell a bunch of things. Nodes. These things are fairly cheap. So that's something we could produce. I think the best thing at the beginning is going to be, let's set up a factory that is solely to make stone plates. We can use the forging hammers and stone. We're going to have plenty of stone. We just need to smelt up the stone. And then, yeah, we'll use some inserters. We'll set something fairly simple up next time. I'm going to need to decide how to smelt the stone. Because that's the only thing that's actually a concern. But the cheaper we can do it, the better. So, yeah, furnaces are going to be the key. And the question is just what kind of furnace we will want. We could use electric furnaces. I don't know that that's a good idea. We can make normal furnaces just with stone. We could also just make iron furnaces. So iron furnaces are faster. But whether or not we use those or not, I don't know. This is going to take a while. I'm realizing this is going to take a good amount of time. So you know what? Let's go ahead and end the episode off here. I am going to, hopefully before next episode, get a chance to... Why do I feel like it's... Aha, it is breaking these blocks. And it is very slow. Yeah, this is going to take a while. That's okay. We'll live with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time. One, I need to get a lot of food. I'm going to grow some food and all that kind of fun stuff. Cook up everything and whatnot. And we're going to start, I'm going to start clearing out an area, and we're going to plan on making a stone plate factory. Something that will allow us to make mass quantities of stone plates. And once we have that, then we're going to, let's get one more. We'll need to get more barley seeds, but that's okay. We'll get the stone plate factory, and once we have that, we can start looking at making the different, like, we can make nodes if we wanted to. We can do whatever we want, basically. We can just kind of go from there. And yeah, I'm gonna clear out some area. I'm gonna harvest some stuff. I had all of our oreberry bushes, by the way. That is something I think we will end up growing. But we're gonna need a specific building for these. So these guys can be planted on light levels that are less than 13. So in broad daylight, it is what? It's light level 15. But if we... There's sapphires right here. If we go underneath like an awning or something, we'll get different light levels. So like over here, for example, the light level is 1 here and 0 all in here. So they can be planted on this light level, 13, and they grow on 10 or less. I think it's 10 or less, or otherwise it's just less than 10. So we'll set up something at some point, maybe in this area. We'll just have a little bit of a building that's a farm for oreberry bushes. They're not going to be great, but at the same time, it's going to be kind of, just normal. What am I trying to say over here? it's going to be just kind of extra ores. They give the ore berries, which we can use or we can make into nuggets. And so that is something that we're going to want to do at some point, I'm sure. We get a nice supply of them. We could get an ingot every so often, you know. It's just extra materials. So I'm going to work on clearing out an area and getting the factory ready, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!